Good morning, it is Sunday and I've just woken up. Izzy's still asleep. Snow is forecast. The sky's looking quite kind of snowish. It's looking like that, sort of white and clouded. I really think that Izzy and I need a quite long walk somewhere that we don't normally go today, because a pair of us, by last night, we were both climbing the walls. We've been pretty good all the way through lockdown. We've been keeping our heads and keeping it together and being very patient and being extremely grateful for our situation. But I don't know, last night we were just like, we just need a change of scene. But I don't think I'm going to be able to persuade her to come with me, because she's of an age now where she wants to do everything on her own, or at least with other people other than me, which I think is totally fine and developmentally appropriate, but it does mean she's not being very adventurous with her walks, and I think I might just have to insist. But I think she has got a Zoom class at some point today, so that might kind of interfere with that, but I will try to get her out on a walk, otherwise I'll go on my own. I don't think you can see it, but it's just started to snow. Just this moment, I literally looked at my phone, saw a message from IB, messaged back, and then the snow started, but you can't see it yet. I'm going to go and get myself a cuppa, then get the vlog up for tonight, and then get on with my day. It's slightly later now. You can definitely see it coming down now, can't you? I've just spent rather a lot of time daydreaming. A lot of time daydreaming. I lose track of time when I get daydreaming. Daydreaming about... See, I've always dabbled with the idea of wanting to do a CELTA course, which is quite expensive. I think it's about 1,600 quid to do it, and it's normally full-time for a month, but I know in Cardiff there's an option to do it one day a week until you've done it, or one evening a week, something like that, over a longer period, which is what I would like to go for, because it will give me more time to take in the information and revise during the week, ready for the next class. I'd much rather do that. The only problem is with that is I'm not sure if I would be able to get a job in the UK teaching English. It's for teaching English to people for whom English is not their first language, basically. I've always been interested in doing it, always, and never been able to do it because of time constraints. But, you know, with Izzy in college, it might be the time to do it. But I thought, well, why don't I give him a ring and just ask him what are my career options as somebody my age at the end of it, you know? So what I've heard is if you get a qualification of this nature, you're not going to get a job in the UK unless you've got experience, and what people tend to do is they do it young before they've got kids, and then they go and work overseas and have great adventures, you know, discover new cultures and new countries and teach English, and that's how they fund it. And then they come back to the UK and they've got experience under their belt then, but then the competition is very, very high in the UK to do this. So I wondered, well, it might just be worth having the conversation. I've just ruled it out for that reason for so long. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it in the UK. Lots of people need to learn English in the UK. So yeah, I'm thinking about that again now. I was talking about it to IB the other day, you see, and it set me off. I'm feeling a bit like I'm short-circuiting at this precise moment, you know, 10 months into the pandemic or whatever we are. I'm just going round and round in circles at the moment, so I do feel like I need a sense of something else on the horizon. I don't know whether I would be able to attend a course from September. It's a lot of money. I mean, I like the idea of being able to go and work overseas, but the time is not right just yet, because obviously I have a child. But she's growing up fast, so in a few years I won't. It's about 2:15 now. Izzy and I are both starving. I have spent the morning, quite a lot of it actually, on social media for a change. I really limited how much time I was spending on Facebook just in order to get these videos up every day, and I miss it, and so I allowed myself a good stint just seeing what my friends are doing today. And I also phoned up my dad and we had a nice chat, and we've arranged a Zoom chess game for Dad and Izzy later on at 8 PM. Going to cook her dinner for 7, then they're going to Zoom at 8, and from 4 till 7 she has a Zoom class, I think. I didn't think it was 3 hours, but she seems to think it is. I think it's 4 till 5, but anyway, Isabel is more on top of these things than me. I'm cooking sausages, Richmond meat-free sausages in fact, and we're going to have them with buttered rolls and a little bit of salad. And look, there is some snow coming down outside, and I'm still determined on going out for a walk, but Izzy's determined not to come with me at the moment. I might see if I can persuade her to change her mind, but I'm not convinced I will. Done a couple of plates of salad. She's having grapes and I'm having tomato. And Izzy she's just there buttering some rolls for me at the moment. That was unexpectedly delicious, actually. We enjoyed that. We watched a vlog while we watched and ate together, didn't we, Iz? She's just sitting here chilling out. She's got an hour before her Zoom class session thingy, which she thinks is 3 hours long. We'll see if it is. I'm going to go out for a walk. I'm going to take a longer route than I normally take and go somewhere I don't normally go because I really want to be stimulated by some different sights and sounds and smells and just different. I need different. I'm going mad with the local routes. They're good. I'm really glad that we've got our local routes, but I've walked them so many times. I need something different. So it is snowing, so I'm going to take the GoPro, not this camera. I'm going to take the little waterproof one and hopefully it behaves itself and let's go. I'm out and look how pretty it is. You see, it's snowing continuously. I've got a white umbrella because I thought it would match the snow. I also rather vainly thought it would make colouring the video footage a bit easier if I was not red from having a red umbrella. So I'm using this lovely white one. That was a present I had this Christmas that I was very grateful for. It seems a bit silly having an umbrella in the snow, but the snow is actually, you know, wet once it melts. So I would end up soaking probably because I'm intending to be out for a good hour at least. Oh, it's beautiful. Do I want to go up there? I'm probably sounding a little bit out of breath, and that's because I went down a hill and then climbed up a very big, steep one. I can't remember the way. Let's go this way and see what happens. I did this walk with IB a couple of times actually, and one of the times we did it was on a very, very hot day, right in the middle of summer. And this is the absolute opposite, isn't it? I don't think we did this one. I wonder why the snow isn't on this bit of path here, but it's on there. It turns out that that path converged with the one I usually take with IB anyway, so here I am on it. Ah, I'm just taking a moment to appreciate how beautiful the brambles look like. The humble brambles when covered in snow. Oh, look at that, the little spikes are just got snow on them and they're not looking quite as savage and beastly as they usually do. Of course it's a bit muddy, but you know, it's not too bad. It's worth it to get out and do something a bit different. I'm doing the waddle again. Oh my word, this is becoming the norm. Oh, just having another little stop to look at the beauty. Does really remind me of Narnia, you know. I feel like I've just stepped out of a wardrobe with a big fur coat on. Oh, that sky though. Look at it. I think we have a few more hours of snow to come yet. Oh look, how interesting. The snow has settled on the horse poo, but not the grass or mud next to it. That's interesting. Presumably to do with its chemical composition, that's my guess. I could be completely wrong. Feel free to submit your theories in the comments section below as to why the snow settled on the horse poo, but not the mud or grass next to it. I can hear a duck going off somewhere. Listen to that crunch. That's the good thing about coming up to higher ground. When you live in a hilly area where there's even more hills higher up than you, quite close by, you can just get up high when it snowed and find some snow. This is my favourite bit, I think. It's all squishy underfoot. A lot of leaf litter that's all sort of mulchy and ooh, mixed in with the mud. But it's not pure mud, it's very leafy. I'd probably be better off walking on this bit, wouldn't I? Yeah, that's better. Oh, so gorgeous. I was just thinking, you know, when we're at home, I think it can be harder to rest, and I know that sounds a bit crazy in a way, but sometimes, like when I'm out, for instance, like as a parent, quite often I'll have been out and about waiting for Isabel to finish a class so I can go home with her, you know. I'm sure a lot of parents have the same thing, and in those hours or hour and a half, half an hour, whatever it is, you can't really do much in the way of productive stuff, so you kind of give into it and read a book or check your Facebook or play Candy Crush or whatever it is, or go for a little walk and have some me time, you know. Like quite often we would commute normally. We'd be on trains, you know, or buses. I can't do much on buses. Yeah, I do quite a lot of work on trains, but quite often I'm just forced to have a rest because sometimes all the work that I could have done, I've done, and there's nothing else I can do till I get home. And hanging out in cafes as well, in between things, like as train commuters, quite often we can't get to a class or, engagement exactly on the right time, so we have to get there early, because obviously late isn't ideal. So we have to get one early and then wait. So quite often I'll be hanging out in a cafe or something like that, and those times you can't really do a lot of work unless you're really organised. Sometimes I am, but you know, you rest. But when I'm at home, I always feel like I need to be doing something productive, and so in a way, although this time should theoretically have been really, really restful, hasn't entirely been the case. Oh, so pretty. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, I've come to the bit where I've actually come to a bit of a walkway. Yay. And believe it or not, I'm hot and thirsty now because I climbed up such a hill. Oh, look at those lovely leaves. Oh, look at the snow on. Oh yeah, I was actually going somewhere with that. What I was going to say is, it's hard during lockdown when you haven't got a purpose to go out, like an external force getting you out, like a class or working out of the home if you're having to work at home. But from my experience, it's harder to make myself go out, and having the vlog helps me to go out, because I'm not just going out for a walk, I'm going out with a camera and I'm going to film bits and bobs while I'm out, and that motivates me to do it. But if I didn't have the vlog, I would find it very, very hard to motivate myself to get out. But having done it and made that effort to do a different walk from what I would normally do in my own local area, it's really made all the difference to my well-being, I would say. You know, how happy I am, because I am seeing stuff that I haven't seen, you know, enough to be familiar with, and it does make a difference. Right, shut up, Emma, I'm rambling now. Oh no, look at that. It's like a slide with a bog at the end. There appears to be a little walkway here. I might try this, see if it joins the main walkway a little further along in a less muddy way. No, it's not going to, is it? Look at it. Oh, I'm just going to have to brave it. Oh, yuck. No, it's okay. It's okay, look. I had a plan. Oh, look at that. Isn't that lovely? Beautiful. I was just thinking then as I was walking on the snow, every time I walk on the snow now, I think there might be horse poo under it. Oh, that looks like a wonderland down there, doesn't it, in the snow? There's a big steep drop and all those trees. It reminds me of Christmas cards from the 1980s. I'm sure I had a few like that. I used to pore over my Christmas cards as a child for ages, you know. Oh, they would be so special to me. I used to be so excited about Christmas. We didn't have the internet in those days. Christmas cards were like Facebook. Well, I've been out ages now, and I'm going to have to go back as much as I'm enjoying it, because I need a wee, frankly. Doesn't help having a water infection, but there we are. I'm going to head back now. I'm back. Isabel is zooming. I can hear her little voice talking away up there. I haven't called up to her because I'm forever embarrassing her on her Zoom lessons and Teams lessons and whatever portal she's using for her online studies these days. I'm hot. I need to take all these layers off. Okay, forget everything I said about Isabel being on Zoom. Her little voice chatting was to a friend on Messenger. It's been cancelled for some reason, I don't know why. And she was in my cellar! And she came sneaking out just as I turned the camera off. It's quite late in the evening now. I think it's 9ish or something like that. I did a little bit of editing, then I practiced my flute for 1 hour, and then I cooked dinner for Izzy and I did a weird cabbagey thing with lots of frozen mushrooms because I'm almost out of fresh veg now, almost. So I'm getting resourceful, and boiled potatoes with it. We ate that together, and then I came up and did some more editing, and she is having her Zoom call with Grandad and they are playing chess together. I think in tutorial mode, like Grandad is advising, something like that. I haven't interfered. I've just completely left them to it so she can have some Grandad time. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It really helps the channel to grow. I so appreciate it. If you're new here and you'd like to follow more of our story, do hit that subscribe button. Oh, and click the notification bell to receive notifications every time we upload. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!